Oh, hello. I did not see you there because I was meditating for an hour for 100 days in a row.
Meditation is an ancient spiritual practice. Medi meaning health, and tation meaning a state of being. Where did I learn that? I got it in a download from meditating.
I began practicing meditation for an hour a day, and I'd say I've been doing it about 85 to 90%.
I used to be afraid of doing nothing, and now I prefer it to the extent a little bit that I'm not doing things anymore and I'm just at home doing nothing, probably meditating, but I'm okay with it.
My daily hour-long meditation was kind of the one time in my day where I could just be with myself. I didn't have to be anyone. I didn't have to go anywhere. I didn't have to do anything. I simply just got to be with myself and accept how I was when I showed up and learn to take that practice off of my meditation pillow and onto the rest of my day.
I feel like meditating for me has opened up a lot of creative channels, which they warn you about. And so the amount of things I've been creating in the last 100 days, especially here in my Dream Life studio, have been really profound and special and a little prophetic. I feel like I've opened a channel or a connection to spirit that's flowing a lot more clearly now because I'm connecting with spirit for an hour a day directly.
My hour-long meditation was just an opportunity for me to simply be with what was and not feel like I needed to change myself or change my life or change the world or try to control anything. It was just my time to allow myself to rest.
That hour of just being with myself and focusing on all that I am and all that I could be has made such a huge difference.
And I'm getting a ton of new ideas. I'm not necessarily executing those ideas because now I've overcorrected a little bit to the doing nothing. But when I am doing things, I feel more connected, more calm, closer to spirit. And things that used to throw me off center aren't as triggerable as they used to be.
What's happened in that time frame? I landed my dream teaching job, which allows me to live the life of a poet. I've written a song, I've written a play, I've written all kinds of pieces. Creativity is just flowing out of me.
When I'm in meditation, I feel an emptying happening. I feel like in my waking life and in my conscious egoic life, I am pushing my own will onto the universe and onto my life. And when I head into that hour of meditation every day, I feel like I'm undoing that.
I think the biggest difference is the amount of trust that I have inside of my own self and my abilities and what I have to contribute.
And when I'm in that hour of meditation, I feel like I could say the sentence, I need nothing. And so for that hour, I actually feel like not only am I communing with God, but I am God, or I'm God-like, or I'm experiencing consciousness from God's point of view.
I know how much possibility is within.
Another weird thing that has happened since meditating on this Kyle Cease challenge is that I don't listen to the radio in my car anymore. Granted, yes, it did break. However, I prefer the silence now. I used to be someone who was all about distraction and busyness and avoiding of silence and nothingness. And now I actually prefer it over the alternative.
And moving toward what pushes me out of my comfort zone and the things that scare me lets me know that I'm doing the right things, because at the end of it, I put myself out there, and regardless of how it went, I know that the things that I have to contribute have value and make me happy, and I'm going to pursue those things and not be attached to the result so much as invested in the doing, and the doing without attachment, the doing just for the love of doing.
I don't know how my life has changed with the 100 days of meditation. I think at some point, maybe like day 76, I thought there would be like this grand epiphany and like the heavens would part and like God would shine down and like in the midst of my meditation be like, oh, my child, you have reached new bounds of your deep inner practice. I guess I'm still waiting for that, so I guess I'll keep doing it. I have been in a really awesome creative flow, and my yoga practice is on point.
And I don't want to do that super obvious hyperbolic thing where I'm like, oh my God, meditating for an hour a day for 100 days in a row changed my life completely. But I will say this. Before I started meditating an hour a day for 100 days, I was not pregnant. And now, I'm not saying it's Kyle's fault, but be careful what you meditate for.